Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Nylah. If you did not know, please don't forget to subscribe, comment, and like on this video for more. Today I'm going to show you guys a makeup tutorial, but not just any makeup tutorial, my signature makeup tutorial. I always get requests on how I achieve my natural beat, and I'm finally sharing it with everybody step by step, and I'm super excited. So whether you're a beauty newbie or a beauty pro, I hope that this tutorial helps in any way. And with that being said, let's get started. Okay, so before we jump into our makeup, it's essential to start with a clean and moisturized face. I can't stress that enough. I see so many people just applying product to the skin. You must prep your skin first before applying your makeup. It helps to smooth your makeup application. It creates hydration and radiance to the skin, as well as reducing any like dry patches or any flakiness to the skin. You don't want flaky makeup. You don't want flaky makeup, girl. So now that I have done that, I'm going to jump into primer. Okay, so the primer that I'm using is my e.l.f. Jelly Pop Dewy Primer. This primer is bomb. I absolutely love it. I have dry skin right now. The winter time has not been my friend, so I'm using this. This actually has niacinamide in it, which is great for hydration. Now, when I say to put primer on, I mean use primer that is meant for your skin type. When you see things on like Instagram and TikTok and stuff like that that's going viral, like a certain primer that's going viral, don't buy it, because you need to figure out if that matches your skin type. If you have a dry skin and you're getting a mattifying primer, your skin is going to be dry. It's going to stay dry. If you have oily skin, make sure you get maybe an oil control primer or a mattifying primer. It just all depends on your skin type. I'm using this because my skin is pretty dry right now. Now, primer helps. I wrote some notes down, guys, so don't mind me if I'm looking down, because I'm trying to memorize all of the notes that I took. But primer helps to smooth the skin's surface so that your makeup will, you know, it'll be nice and smooth, but also adhere to the skin. But there's so many things that primer do for your skin. It just, like I said, it all depends on your skin type. I really love this primer because look how, do you see how sticky it is? This just tells me that my makeup will last a little longer. It'll help to stick. Sometimes I will use two primers, but right now I'm not because my whole face is dry. Drier than the Sahara Desert. But sometimes I will use two primers. I'll use like a dewy primer on the outside, and sometimes I'll, you know, use an oil control primer on my nose and my T-zone area, because I'm shiny there sometimes, but not today. Okay, I'm actually going to push back my hair with my headband because my hair is getting stuck to my face. Like that. How cute is this, right? Okay, so for my next step, now that I primed my skin, I'm actually going in with concealer. Now, many people would have said foundation. I'm going to apply foundation all over the face. I don't apply my foundation all over my face. I use concealer first and I put that under my eyes. I don't like putting foundation under my eyes because I feel like it's too much product, as well as it just feels like really heavy. I don't know. And also I don't want it to feel or look cakey. for some reason when I apply foundation to my whole face, I feel as though it's cakey. It's just too much for me. So I apply concealer, and the concealer that I'm using is my Tarte Shade Tape, the ultra creamy one in the shade Tan Sand. Just like that. Next up, I'm using foundation. Now, I don't use a lot of foundation on my skin, and I'm going to tell you why. I just feel like it's too much product again. So I am using my Makeup by Mario's foundation. I love this foundation. It literally looks like skin and it's super hydrating. So I go in first with my my e.l.f. Halo Glow Liquid Filter. I take this and I put it on the back of my hand first, like so. I'm gonna add more, but like that. Take it on the back of my hand, and then I take my foundation and I'm just going to add it to the back of my hand as well, and I'm gonna mix this in. This just gives my foundation an even more radiant look, which I love. Who doesn't want to look dewy? I'm just taking my concealer brush and I'm just doing this. Not too much, because I don't want too much foundation on. Then I'm just going to take my foundation brush and just blend this on. Do you see that? And look how dewy it looks. Look how pretty. Amazing. Ah. So pretty. I also wanted to say concealer is amazing. Like, concealer, whoever created concealer, like, I love you. Concealer helps to cover up any blemishes, any dark spots. It also helps to highlight any points of the face that you want to highlight, and I'm going to show that to you right now actually. So now that I put the concealer underneath my eyes, this is my skin tone. Like, this concealer is my skin tone, so I'm going to use a brighter shade to highlight my under eyes a little more. I'm going to be using my Born This Way concealer in the shade Almond. Now this is way lighter than the concealer that's underneath my eyes, but I'm not using a lot like I used before. So I'm just adding this to the inner point, like that. I'm using it in the center of my face, like so. And I actually let this sit for a little bit because I just want the coverage to be there. And that's another hack that I wanted to let you guys know. If you ever have a concealer that's not as full coverage as you want, I recommend letting it sit for maybe about, give it a good like 2 minutes. Once that 2 minutes is up, don't let your concealer dry up on your face, because it's going to be extremely hard to blend. But give it like a minute or two and then blend it out, because once you let it sit, that coverage is going to be chef's kiss. Wait on it. Now usually while this is sitting, I go in with my contour. I'm going to show you my contour right now. I am using my handy dandy black Opal foundation stick. I will always use this. This is my go-to contour that I do in the shade Nutmeg. I want to try other shades. Nutmeg is it has a little bit of a reddish tone. I'm looking for something with more of a olive tone. So I will be going to the store looking for that, but right now we're going in with my handy dandy nutmeg, and I'm going to contour my cheeks. Now, I already was blessed with high cheekbones, so I can see where I'm supposed to contour, but for anybody that can't really like see their cheekbones, or you know, a guide, I suggest doing this. That's gonna help you to find where you're supposed to contour. And I'm just taking it like this. I usually don't go all the way like this. I don't know why I just did that, but I usually stop about right here because I blend it all out here. But we're just gonna work with it. And also I do my forehead. I don't do much. I just take those little 3 dots, and then I also do the bridge of my nose. And that's pretty much the face. Do you see my contour is like totally off? It's okay though. That's what I get for using the camera and not the mirror. But it's fine. Now, when blending out your contour, I suggest to press it into your skin, because it's going to give it that effortless look. Now, clearly I used too much contour. I knew I did, but I'm gonna fix it. Just wait. But do you see how it still blends out pretty? Like it blends out almost airbrushed. It's because I'm patting it in. If you do this, it'll leave harsh lines to your skin, and it still wouldn't be completely blended out. So just go ahead and continue to blend it out. Go upwards. Now let's do this side. I can show you better on this side. We're just gonna keep tapping. Just like that. See how pretty that is? Ugh, so pretty. Now, with the Access foundation that I used from this brush, you can just go ahead and clean up any unwanted contour that you wanted to. Just clean up your contour. Just clean up your contour like that. Perfect. This side is pretty good. I don't really want to do much to it. Like so. And then I'm just gonna take my fluffy puffer and blend out that foundation first. Like so. The next thing I do is blend out my contour. Now I use just a slanted brush like this, and I'm just going up towards my eyebrow area and then start patting. Let me get a mirror because we do not want no crooked nose. No ma'am. Okay, so I'm going to just go ahead and tap this contour in. Now I let this sit because once it's full coverage, you can clean up anything. You can clean up anything that is unwanted. Okay. Do you see how it looks crazy and stuff? Don't worry. Just use your puffer and blend it out as much as you can. And start blending out your concealer too. And that's how it's gonna look. Just like that. She's clean. The base is clean. Now you see how my contour is still not blended out all the way. That's okay. We're going to go ahead. We're actually going to keep it like this for a little bit because the powder is going to make it kind of lighter. I'm actually going to go ahead and use a clean brush and go ahead and blend it out better, like so. We're gonna leave it like that. It's really cute, really cute. I'm actually going to take my natural concealer, the Tarte, and put this on my forehead now. And then the bridge of my nose. Like that. And I don't really let this sit, I just blend it out. Okay, so my camera actually overheated, but I wanted to show you something. Now this is with powder, this is with no powder. This is just regular. Powder is extremely important. It helps control the oils and also the shininess to the eyes, but also helps prevent your concealer from creasing. Now I'm using my Charlotte Tilbury's pressed powder in the shade medium. I usually use fair, but y'all, my fair gone. She's gone. I gotta re-up. So I'm using my shade medium, and I just want to show you how it takes away the shine. So I'm going in here to here. See how pretty that is? This is like killing me. Ugh, the bump is killing me. And then I'm also going to use the powder to put all over where I put my concealer and my foundation. Now, before I do something else, I wanted to go in with my blush. I'm using the Giorgio Armani's Melting Color Balm. It's so good, y'all. This is the shade, I guess 51 maybe? I don't know. But it's so good because it's not a powder, it's a balm. So it comes off creamy like. And I just want to show you how pretty it is before my camera dies. Look. Do you see how pretty that is? And I just blend it into the contour. I'm going to do it to this side to show you too. Much better. I like to bring my blush up with my contour just to give it that airbrushed look. And you see how pretty it is? Nothing too crazy, just right. Beautiful. Sometimes I get carried away. Sometimes I'll bring my blush like all the way up here, which is cool too, but it all depends on your preference. Okay, so now that I used the pressed powder, I'm going in with loose powder. It's just to make the makeup last even longer. So I'm going in with my Huda Beauty's setting powder in the shade Pound Cake. In the summertime I use banana bread, but in the wintertime I use Pound Cake. This setting powder is hands down the best. I used to use Laura Mercier's, and I like Laura Mercier's. There's nothing wrong with it, but Huda Beauty's setting powder, it gives you a blurring effect to your makeup, so it just looks flawless. It just looks flawless. And also I feel as though the powder is much finer than Laura Mercier's. But hey, that's my opinion. Everybody else, you know, you do whatever you want to do, boo. Oops. I'm using this to map out my contour even more, just to show those lines better. Well, not lines, but the contour. Just help it appear better. And for me, I bake with this setting powder, so I'm just gonna leave this on for a little bit and use the excess that's on the puffer just to mattify, just like that. And that's the base so far. Okay, so now that that's done, actually my camera actually died and it was bothering me that my lips weren't lined, so I just went ahead and lined them. This isn't my next step, but I just went ahead and lined it. It's a habit that I have. But I just went to the beauty supply store and got the NK makeup liner in the shade brown. This is my favorite lip liner, guys. It's like the perfect shade for me. I tried NYX and I just feel like NYX isn't consistent with their lip liners, so I just stuck to NK makeup and it's perfect. Okay, so now that I added the powder to my face, I'm going in with my bronzer. Now, I have two types of bronzers that I use. I either use my Fenty bronzer in the shade Caramel Cutie or the Balm Cosmetics Take Home the Bronze. I'm actually going to use this because it's a little lighter than Fenty's, and my skin is a little lighter than how it is in the summertime, so I'm going to take this and use it instead. I'm going to take my fluffy brush here, pat it in. And it just gives me a tan look. Like, it doesn't give me, it's not too dark or anything like that. It's just literally a bronzer. I don't really use contour. Like, people do bronzer and then contour. I don't really do that. I just stick to my bronzer. Like that. And then I'm going to take a fluffy brush like this, take some of my bronzer, tap it out, and make sure to do my nose contour as well. Just like that. Really cute. I'm obsessed. After the nose contour, I'm going to take some more bronzer and just put this all over my lids. Boom. I'm also going to add some underneath my waterline as well. Just like that. And we're done with the bronzer. Next, I'm going to go in with my eyebrows. So I use my brow pencil from my brand. Now, I closed down my website, but don't worry, I will be back soon. But I'm just using my eyebrow pencil from my NylahJanee collection. And I am just brushing my brows upwards. I don't really do much to my brows. I brush them up, and before I fill them in, I like to go in with my NYX Stick It. Before, I was using my NYX brow glue, but I stopped using it because whenever I bought it, it just got hard or like clumpy, like within like 4 days. And it was just a waste of money, so I stopped buying it and I went to their Stick It, and I like it. I use the shade Cool Blonde, which is like super light shade for my eyebrows, but it doesn't show, so that's what I like most about it. If you have thin eyebrows, I recommend using this in your color because they do have fibers in them to make your brows thick. So give it a try and let me know if you guys like it. I'm just doing this, making sure they are in place because they do not move once you put this on your brows. Just like so. Then I'm gonna do this brow and I go ahead and fill them in. That, and boom, that's done. Now, I told you I did my lips. Then I'm going to use the NYX Smooth Whip Matte Lip Cream in the shade Pancake Stacks. I love this color. This is like the perfect nude for my lips. Now, a little goes a long way with this product. I don't recommend sliding it all on your lips. Just tap and blot like that, just like that, and then adding a gloss to your lips next. Now I'm going to use my Maybelline's Lip Their Gloss. This stuff right here is the best. It's the best, but I just wish it was more product in the bottle. Ugh, it's just amazing. This is the shade Ice. I'm gonna take this and put this on top. Like that. It's so pretty. Oh, it's so pretty. The only thing that I have to do left is just do my mascara. So I'm going to be using my Maybelline's Sky High mascara. Yeah, I'm going to be using the Maybelline Sky High mascara in the shade True Brown. I like using brown mascaras. It gives a natural look to the eyes. Sometimes I'll do this and I'll mix it with a black mascara like this. I'll use these two. So first I'll put this on and then I'll put this on to give it a black effect. But I love the way the Sky High mascara lifts your lashes. So I'm going to apply this and then this to show you guys. Oh, yeah. So now that I'm all finished with the mascara, first I wanted to give you a closer look. Do you see how like it just makes it looks like I got my lashes done? Like I love that mascara. Anyways, my last step is of course my setting spray. I'm using the Urban Decay's All Nighter setting spray. Duh. This helps to make your makeup last longer, as well as making sure those powders soak into the skin, and it will just make your skin look like skin. Duh! This is my favorite step because it just brings the makeup to life. Whew. And now the trick is to fan your face once you spray. Sometimes I pat it in and sometimes I don't. I'll pat like my laugh lines, but that's pretty much it. Everything else I just fan out, making sure everything is nice. And do you see, like, it just looks so pretty. I would add highlight, but I don't want any highlight. I think like it looks pretty and natural the way it is, but if I'm going out, then yeah, I will use a little bit of highlight to accentuate my cheeks and my nose and my eyebrow bones, but I don't want any. I think it looks really nice. So I'm gonna take this off now and just make myself look presentable. Okay guys, so I'm finished with everything and this is my signature look that I will forever keep in my makeup routine. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Make sure to subscribe and comment, and I hope to see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye. You got something real nice. You wanna get with me, stop.